Hello everyone, this is Kett, and today I have the third tutorial in my League of Legends series. By now, if you've been keeping up with this series, you should know, well, you should have an idea of what champion you want to play, and if you've picked a champion that you want to play or learn, you will already probably know the starting items which that champion uses. But before you pick a champion and jump into the game with your starting items, etc., you're gonna want to learn the settings for League of Legends. And there are a lot of settings, so I'm gonna go over all the settings in the game. I'm gonna show you my personal settings, what I use, and it's gonna help you a lot in League of Legends to, have your own personal settings, tune it to what you like, etc., etc. So, also the new Summoner's Rift is out for all game modes and everything. I'm not gonna make a video about it because I don't know. My starting items thing is already outdated. There's different starting items that are different prices and shit. It's stupid, but let's take a look at the settings. You can click on this little wheel right here and it'll tell you the settings. So first we have what your abilities are bind to. These are the default right here. I haven't changed them at all. So your basic abilities are Q, W, E, R, and you can see them down here. I'll actually show you. Let's put a point into Q, and when I press Q, you see I do an ability, and the number shows you the cooldown at which you, the next time you'll be able to use that ability. So that's just something good to know. Normal cast, when hotkey is pressed, you will see a targeting indicator, and you will need to click again to target to cast the ability. So let's put on normal cast. I don't play on normal cast, but that's probably not a good show, but you'll see right there when you hover over the ability, it'll show you where the ability will go, and like you've seen, it goes inside the reticule. So that's normal cast. Quick cast is you just, well, I guess it doesn't anyways. I don't know what I'm talking about, but with skills that are directional, with normal cast, you press it to aim in the direction that you want it to go, and you press it again to actually cast it. With quick cast, when you press the key, it just goes in the direction that you're facing. You don't aim it, you just press it, and it goes that way. It basically, the game, it doesn't do the skill for you, but it just predicts where you want it to go rather than you aiming it yourself. Like I said, I personally play on quick cast. So additional hotkeys, you can bind your keys to whatever you want. Yeah, these normally are, you have to, I think it's control to put in a point, but I changed mine to shift to put in a point. It's just a little less strain on the fingers. Basically, what that means is instead of having to move your mouse all the way down here to click to put a point into Q like I did, I can just hold shift and then press my Q key, and it'll automatically put the point into the skill that I want. And it's a lot easier than having to basically stop having your mouse up here and come all the way down here to click it. The B button is your recall to come back home. That's pretty self-explanatory. Your items, I don't have a lot of these set. They're mostly just default. But here are all these for your wards and stuff. And this, I guess, I've never used it, so I don't know. We'll just move on. Player movement. You click, obviously, to move. I know somebody commented on another the first tutorial and asked, if I could explain how to move or whatever. So you just move with the mouse, pretty easy. All that. I'm not gonna explain it too much. Here's how you move your camera. Oops. So unprofessional. But you move your camera. If you hold space, it centers on your champion. You go straight to it. If you press like, I don't have any allies in it, but if you press like F1, F2, F3, your camera will move to your allies. You can see what they're doing. If you press Y, you lock the camera on yourself instead of it being free roam. I press Y again. Yeah, see, it locks straight onto you, but if not, you see he can go all the way over there. I can move him all around my screen and my camera will stay in the same spot, but if I press Y, it'll lock straight onto him. So I play on locked camera, so it's easier. You can move your camera by pressing the arrow keys. You can move it around, all that. You can, if you left click, you can move your mouse around, see these minions getting destroyed, everything like that. So that's good to know. Display, I don't have any of that. Control F, you can turn your FPS on and off, or show your ping. Mine's at 89 right now. That's pretty shitty, but communication, your pings, your pings are basically an easier way of getting messages to your teammates without having to stop and type. So for G, you can ping. That's a regular ping. Press G again. There are 4 types of pings. There's the enemy missing ping, which I also have bounded to U, and that just it says that, you know, the enemy that you're laning against is missing. You don't know where they are, and it's a way to alert your teammates that, hey, I don't know where this guy is. He could be heading into your lane. You know, be careful. Press G again. There's the danger one. This is pretty self-explanatory. You just tell your teammates, hey, be careful. You know, there might be the jungler coming up to gank or something like that. The assist me one, that's also pretty self-explanatory. You're just saying, hey, I need some help over here. I got 2 people here, maybe, or, you know, something like that. And it'll alert maybe you're a different laner to come up and gank, or your jungler will come up, or whatever, you know. Or you could even, junglers use it to signal, hey, help me with red buff, or whatever, you know. And then lastly is your on my way ping. You use this to say, hey, I'm coming over here, this is the spot that I'll be, rather than having to type, you know, I'm on my way, etc. You let a person know that you're coming to their lane to gank, so be ready for a fight, you know, something like that. Like I said, I have mine bound to other things. You can do different stuff with control. You press 1. They each do different animations. So press that. I can laugh. I can dance. You know, stuff like that. Blah blah. I'm AFK even though I'm pressing buttons. That makes sense. Menus. This is taking a long time, but I'll get through it all. Show the scoreboard. There's your scoreboard. It leaves it up. If you hold tab, you can also see this scoreboard. I don't know what F9 does. Okay. System menu. You can also get to the menu by pressing escape rather than having to click on this. Character menu. You can see all of your stats right now, and it's pretty self-explanatory. Item shop. Open the shop by pressing P. You already know that. Let's just move into video. So these are basic video settings. This is resolution that I play on. I play on low because my PC is shitty, blah blah. You don't need shadows on. It shows a shadow behind your champions, which just use up extra like FPS, etc. I do play on colorblind mode. I don't know, it just makes the colors better. I like the yellow more than the green, and whatever. Not sure if it changes the minions. No, I think the minions stay the same. Before in the old Summoner's Rift, the minions were like purple or whatever, and it made them you just couldn't tell the difference. Like colorblind mode was a lot better, so I just play with it on anyways. Character inking, as far as I know, it displays a dark silhouette around units. You don't need that on, obviously. You'll get more FPS if you leave it off. This stuff I've kept at 60. Let's move on. These are all your sounds. You can move the sounds for everything. Your master volume, your pings, etc. These are the settings that I play at. So, yep. Your HUD. You can increase the size of your HUD or whatever, make it bigger. I play at 50, in case you guys wanted to know. The normal is 100. That seems pretty gigantic. So you might want to move that down just so you can see more of your screen. Down at 50 you can see more of this. Your chat scale is at 100. Same with the map. The same thing. You can make them bigger or smaller. These are the things above your head. Show the health bars and the summer names. Obviously, you want to see how much health they have and their names, etc. Most of the stuff I don't have on. I'm not going to go too into detail about it. You guys can mess around with it yourself. I'm AFK again. It's ridiculous. Oops. Yep. All that. You can change your cooldown display. It shows you basically how long until your next ability. The default is seconds. I have mine to minutes plus seconds, just so it's easier to tell, how long. Your mini map. This shows your camps like these. These are your camps like that. That's wolf camp. They'll just show you, where they are and when they're up, etc. This allows you to move your camera on the mini map. Make sure I don't go AFK again. Your chat, this isn't a default, but it shows the timestamp. So basically, what time in the game did somebody say a message? Like, see the thing next to it. It tells you right here at that time, in-game time, when that message was sent. So maybe an enemy used their flash, so you can say, hey, flash at this time, game time, and you can see, whatever. Yeah. Show all chat. This is so that you can see the enemy, what the enemy types when they type in all chat. You press shift plus enter to type in all, and you can does that, and it says all next to your name so that you know that everybody in the game can see the enemies, etc. Your damage, heal, blah blah. You're just gonna have to mess with a lot of this because I don't want this to be too long. Most of it's really self-explanatory. This is your mouse speed, how fast you want your mouse to move. I play at the default. You might want it to move faster or whatever. Move camera on revive. That means when you die, your camera will stay in your body, and when you come back to life, your camera will come back to your champion instead of staying, on your dead body or whatever. Smooth camera, obviously you want that. Auto attack. This is a feature where you will auto attack on your own. Like the game will auto attack for you basically, and in some situations this is bad because if you auto attack, say like a champion, you will inside a turret you'll gain turret aggro, and you don't want that. So I just have it off so I can control my auto attacks. It's all me when I use them, etc. Movement prediction. When your connection's being bad or whatever, The game will try to predict where you want to move, etc. And then the turret range indicators is where's a turret? I guess I'm not next to a turret. That makes sense. But there's a yellow circle around the turret here. You only get it in bot games. Basically tells you how close you can get to the turret without it firing to you. It's a good thing for new players that you can learn, how close you can get to the turret before you go into like normals and play against actual people where the game won't tell you where the indicator is, so you don't know how close. So it's a good thing to just know, like here or whatever, so that when you go into normal games, you have a good understanding of where all that is. So that's basically it for all the options. We'll go over these a little bit. Click on this, it shows you your champion info, the same as pressing the C key. This would be the scoreboard, the same as pressing the O key. And this is what your camera is set at, so you can also click this to lock and unlock your camera. So these are also your pings. Instead of pressing G, it takes you to that. Yeah, and the same with this. So that's going to be it for the settings. Like I said, you're going to have to play around with them to tune them to what your liking is. Obviously, don't just go ahead and copy mine, because like I said, I've set mine to my own preference and, to what feels comfortable for me and what's comfortable on my keyboard, etc. And what my computer can handle. So just go ahead and mess around in the settings and make sure you get all of those set and good before you go ahead and play the game. Because, if you start playing and you don't like it, you can always change it, but it's just good to have everything set. And, like when you go into, say, like a console game and, you play on, say for instance, on Halo you play bumper jumper, but the default is, regular. You're going to want to go in there and change it before you start playing, obviously. So it's the same principle with this game. You're going to want to go in and change it before you actually start playing. So I hope this did help you guys. I hope you did learn a lot about the settings and what's good and what could help you and everything like that. I do apologize for this coming out on Sunday rather than Friday. I got pretty busy this week. Yesterday, well, I'm recording this on Friday, so yesterday I was at the eye doctor's and my eyes got messed up, and obviously Wednesday the servers on North America were down for 12 hours or something like that, so I couldn't record a video then. So I do apologize for that, but hopefully I'll have another tutorial out later this week on Friday or whatever. I'll try to make one at least every week. So I know these are these are going over pretty well, and you guys, my subscribers, do seem to enjoy them and are interested in League of Legends, which is great actually. So that's going to be it. This actually got really long, 19 minutes. It's really long, but that's fine as long as I'm helping you guys to learn this game, because this game is a lot of fun when you learn it. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you did enjoy. I hope you learned a lot, and take it easy, everybody.